Namaste everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am Chetan Ambasana. Today I am going to show you how to isolate Leishmaniasis mutants of Escherichia coli using UV radiation as a mutagen. This experiment is performed in 3 successive days. Now let us see what we should do on first day. In step 1, we have to spread actively growing E. coli culture on McConkey's agar plates. We must perform this step within the area of an aseptic condition generated in between flames of properly spaced 2 Bunsen burners. For this step, we need 4 McConkey's agar plates, actively growing pure culture of E. coli, 1 ml sterile pipette, 70% alcohol and a glass spreader. McConkey's agar plates are labeled according to UV exposure time in seconds. Plate 1 is labeled as 0 second, that is unexposed to UV light, and is referred to as a control plate. Plate 2 is labeled as 15 seconds. Plate 3 is labeled as 30 seconds and plate 4 is labeled as 45 seconds. First, open the tube of pure culture of E. coli. Sterilize the mouth of culture tube by keeping it in burner's flame for few seconds. Place 1 ml sterile pipette in culture tube. Pipette in the E. coli culture. Now place the first plate in the center of an aseptic area. Open the lid of Petri plate. Add 0.1 ml E. coli culture onto the surface of McConkey's agar. Now sterilize alcohol dipped glass spreader by keeping it in burner's flame for few seconds. Allow the spreader to cool down. And now gently spread the E. coli culture. Keep back glass spreader in alcohol. Close the lid of Petri plate. Now place second plate in the center of an aseptic area. Open the lid. Add 0.1 ml E. coli culture. Sterilize the glass spreader. Allow the spreader to cool down. And now gently spread the E. coli culture. Keep back glass spreader in alcohol. Close the lid. Now place third plate in the center of an aseptic area. And repeat the procedure of spreading E. coli culture. Now place fourth plate in the center of an aseptic area. And repeat the procedure of spreading E. coli culture. Thus, we have 4 McConkey's agar plates inoculated with E. coli. Out of 4 plates, control plate is not to be exposed to UV light, while remaining 3 plates are to be exposed to UV light for 15, 30 and 45 seconds respectively. Now step 2 is UV light exposure of 3 McConkey's agar plates. This is a UV cabinet or UV chamber in closed position. And when its door gets open, an empty space is available inside it, wherein we can place agar plates. Now switch on the short wavelength UV light, preferably of 265 nanometer, which is most effective on DNA. Keep 3 McConkey's agar plates ready for UV exposure. Put plate number 2 inside the UV cabinet. Keep it in mind that UV light cannot penetrate glass. So open the lid of Petri plate. Expose the open plate to UV light for 15 seconds. Now close the lid of Petri plate. Keep plate number 2 aside. Now repeat the procedure of UV exposure for plate number 3. Similarly, repeat the procedure for plate number 4. Thus, UV exposure of 3 plates is over. At the end, switch off UV light and close UV cabinet. Thus, we have 1 UV light unexposed and 3 UV light exposed plates. Now, in step 3, we have to incubate these McConkey's agar plates. McConkey's agar plates are incubated inside an incubator at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. Thus, first day work is over. On second day, we may get this type of growth pattern. Due to harmful effects of UV light exposure, decreasing number of total colonies are observed from plate 1 to 4. Control plate, which was unexposed to UV light, have uncountable wild type pink colored colonies of Lec plus E. coli. Few isolated mutant yellow colored or colorless colonies of Lec minus E. coli are produced in plates exposed to UV light for 30 and 45 seconds. Now we have to confirm the permanent nature of mutation, and we have to isolate mutant culture in pure form also. For this, on second day, we have to transfer aseptically a mutant colony into McConkey's lactose bile broth single strength having neutral red dye as a pH indicator. In addition, a mutant colony is also streaked on nutrient agar slant. Both media are incubated at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. On third day, first we have to check result of McConkey's lactose bile broth. If no change as of control, or if yellow color with little gas or no gas production is there, it indicates lactose non-fermenter nature of mutant. However, if pink color develops with more gas production, it indicates that lactose non-fermenter mutant has reverted back to lactose fermenter. Simultaneously, also check the purity of lac minus mutant culture on nutrient agar slant. Thanks for watching. If you find this video useful, kindly like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Namaste.